Welcome everyone. So today we are going to see about the evaluation from DevOps to MLOps. So in this, if you see, the first section is the foundation DevOps principles. So DevOps is the one which is a basic principle that we are applying for MLOps as well into software development by collaboration between development and operation teams. So it is a key principles including continuous integration, continuous deployment or delivery. Okay. And automating build, test and deployment process. And infrastructure as a code. So that is we are using the tool Terraform like Ansible for automating the infrastructure setup and monitoring and feedback. So by using tools like Grafana and other tools like Datadog and other tools we have for monitoring and observability, we are doing the health and reliability things. Okay. So the evaluation to the MLOps also applies the same, whatever you're doing at the DevOps side. And if you see the rise of AI and ML in the industry, so with the advantages of the machine learning, new challenges are emerged that the DevOps couldn't fully address. So in this section, the ML ops coming into the picture to address this all the challenges. If you can see data centric workflows. So unlike a traditional softwares like ML workflow heavily depend on data pipelines and data set management and model lifecycle management. Model needs continuous monitoring, retraining and redeployment to stay accurate and also collaboration. So bridging gaps between data scientists and DevOps engineers and software developers is the main responsibility of the ML ops. If you see why the ML models are integrating into the applications, so we need to address few challenges that DevOps, as we know, that it's only taking care about the application, continuous integration, deployment, and monitoring. It's about only application, but inside the application, there will be an ML. So then we need to address the ML things also to work that ML model efficiently in the applications. So we need to also apply the same principles for ML model. So in this, so these are the main points, data centric workflows and model lifecycle management and collaboration as well. And the modern workflows, so traditional DevOps focus on application development and deployment pipelines, as I said. So MLOps adds data processing pipelines, model training, validation, and monitoring to the mix. Why this evaluation is matter? See, adoption of AI trends. If you see the fast growing IT future as organizations are using integrating AI ML workflows so into their applications with DevOps. Okay, so DevOps become a critical in this point. So DevOps engineers are very easily able to grab the MLOps and they can immediately get into the work and do the work and they can deliver what in a project or organization needs. If you take an example of any other guy that they have to start everything, they need to know everything. They need to also have the cloud knowledge, workflow knowledge, application knowledge, software development knowledge, deployment knowledge. So if they're directly jumping and sitting into the MLOps, they can't get that much uh, efficient knowledge like what DevOps is having. So efficiency gains, as I said, automating the ML lifecycle process reduce the time to market and operational overhead. Scalability enable scaling AI solutions across multiple environment and use cases. So this is an advantages. And if you see challenges in machine learning without MLOps, yes, as we are seeing in DevOps, the same way. Manual model deployment, ML tricks, scalability issues, and collaboration gaps. I have a question actually. The question is, let me open now my. But so the question is, So there is a developer. When developer is there, why can't uh, why can't I cannot a dev do DevOps? This is a question. Why can't a dev do a DevOps? Can do DevOps also. But then why DevOps particularly is boom in the market? Particularly boom in the market. See, DevOps is boom in the market because it is involving certain phases, right? So developer is completely focusing on coding, developing the application. So he's just mainly focusing on developing the application. So he's not aware about or is not lack of knowledge and practice and the best practices into the operation sides. So that's why DevOps is boom. DevOps is boom. We need developer whenever the code changes happen. The DevOps has been needed to automate the application and deploy. Okay, in automation process. So that is to market standards. Okay, so as expecting into the market that we need to deploy into the market. And in the same way, when data science engineer is there, data science. So why an MLOps needed? Data science engineer also can do MLOps activities. Then why an MLOps again needed? That's the same question. Okay. The similar way, similar way, an ML engineer or data scientist engineer that they can deploy prototypes. They can deploy prototypes, but uh, they are not criticizing these and scaling the model involves challenging like infrastructure management, automation, retraining, monitoring, which requires MLOps expertise. So they can't do. They're just only focusing on model development. They're focusing on model development, model training. Okay, model ML model development and model training and just training and feeding the data and just working on completely about the ML side. But where operate sides, so they're not having that much enough time and lack of expertise and lack of maintaining the environment and lack of training the pipelines and lack of knowledge over the like implementing some of the automated solutions. So this is why MLOps is needed. So you might have questions for the online, like many people are asking the same question. So like why do we need MLOps engineer when data scientists can deploy the models? So this is an answer. And the very popular question again. So one more question is, isn't MLOps just an extension of data science? No, not exactly. While data science focusing on building models, MLOps ensures those models perform reliably in production and scaling workflows and automating automating the process if it operational. So this is an operational backbone for the machine learning. And we do have one more popular question that from many students is being asked. So how this different from DevOps? How MLOps is different with it? MLOps. So DevOps focus on software development lifecycle, while MLOps deals with unique challenges in machine learning like data pipelines, model retraining, and drift detection alongside DevOps principles. Okay, so yeah, DevOps is on application side, and MLOps is for ML model for data pipelines, retraining, drift detection, all this are into MLOps. The same principles are there, but you could do very better than others. So that is an evaluation from DevOps to MLOps. Thank you all. We'll meet in the next one.